A rainbow makes a promise. Where did it all begin? Well, when I was 12, I got my first guitar and started singing and writing songs. And I was very fortunate to grow up in Keniston, and we had good teachers, and I had a creative writing class, so I kept writing and writing. I've always wanted to write, and therefore I started writing about many different things, poetry and songs and short stories. And my mom, Sophie Mutala, who grew up in Hafford, we had pictures of my grandparents, my Baba, Tessie Wozniakowski, and Stefan Dubek, my grandfather, my Dido. I did not know them. My grandmother died when I was 4, so I don't really remember her. And my grandfather died before I was born. But she had 2 pictures on the wall, and I always wondered what their life was like. And I was very, very curious about them. And the interesting thing about my Baba is she had on a beautiful babushka, just like this one. And I wondered, why does she wear that babushka? So I did some research on it, and that's what started about my Baba's Babushka series. I have a beautiful book of collection of 4 books. Baba's Babushka, Magical Ukrainian Adventures. And in 2009, my first one came out, and it's the story of Natalia, who was playing in the snow, and a beautiful babushka, just like this one, falls on her head, swoops her up, takes her to Ukraine, and she meets her Baba. And her Baba teaches her all the Ukrainian traditions of Christmas Eve, Syat Cheer. So that's how my writing career started. And then I kept expanding from that, writing songs and writing more books. And now I have 20 books to date. And the interesting thing about it is, where does a rainbow makes a promise comes from? Well, in 2009, I went to Ukraine and actually saw where my grandparents came from, 2 villages, Presipa and also Zubkova in the Sakai region of Ukraine. And then when I came back, I started writing about that and all the experiences of Ukraine, as my mom was Ukrainian. So I wanted to document all those history, those historical moments, the teachings. And so therefore I have the Christmas book, the Easter, the wedding, and then Kukum's babushka, because then I noticed that the Kukums, or the indigenous grandmothers, were babushkas too. So I figured we had something in common, and they must have traded, and that's how the Kukums got the babushkas. So I have a beautiful series of 5 books on that. Where does a rainbow make a promise come from? Well, one day I was looking outside and I saw double rainbow in the sky. And I remember the story from Noah's Ark, that the rainbow is there as a promise from God that we'll never be flooded again. And this was around the time where 2 years ago, when Putin invaded Ukraine and the war in Ukraine. And so I wanted to tell a story about that and how important a rainbow is to us. A rainbow makes a promise that God will make things right in the end, and that therefore, with the war in Ukraine, I wanted to send a message of peace. And I sign all my books Peace, Marion Mutala, purposely because my books now have become tools of peace for everyone. You know, I want to send a message of peace so that you learn about my culture and I learn about your culture, and therefore we're educating each other and spreading a message of peace. So I'm just going to read a little bit of A Rainbow Makes a Promise to you. And it's dedicated for all the children in the world, because I imagine a world filled with rainbows, peace, and love. I've never seen a rainbow quite like this before. This rainbow is a sign of peace and love galore. Rainbows are forever, like the power of love. This beautiful rainbow takes away our pain. So remember the rainbow when you are sad and blue. A beautiful reminder that God is here for you. A beautiful reminder that God is here for you. It is time that we remember our purpose here on earth. It is time to celebrate gladness and remember our birth. Babies are forever and create a world of love. Such a wonderful miracle sent from God above. This new life gives us hope for all the world to see. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what's to be. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what's to be. I've never seen a war that helped the world to live. Destruction and killing for what? Oh, what a fib. It is time that we remember our purpose here on earth. It is time to stop the madness and remember our birth. It is time to stand up to evil and never give up the fight. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what is right. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what is right. And it, as I said before, it is actually a song, and you could sing it along. I have never seen a rainbow quite like this before. This rainbow is a sign of peace and love galore. Rainbows are forever, like the power of love. This beautiful rainbow takes away our pain. So remember the rainbow when you are sad and blue. A beautiful reminder that God is here for you. A beautiful reminder that God is here for you. It's time that we remember our purpose here on earth. It is time to celebrate gladness and remember our birth. Babies are forever and create a world of love. Such a wonderful miracle sent from God above. This new life gives us hope for all the world to see. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what's to be. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what's to be. I have never seen a war that helped the world to live. Destruction and killing for what? Oh, what a fib. It is time that we remember our purpose here on earth. It is time to stop the madness and remember our birth. It is time to stand up to evil and never give up the fight. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what is right. Just like the rainbow, a reminder of what is right. Diaku, thank you very much. I'm spreading a message of peace, and I will never give up promoting peace. Peace begins with ourselves, and then kindness goes a long way. So it's important to send that message of peace to everyone. Now, how did I start my own company? Well, in 1996, I joined the Saskatchewan Writers Guild, and that's when I started my publishing company, Millennium Marketing. But I didn't know a lot about publishing, so I worked with your Nicholsworth and some other publishers. And now, after 14 years, I have 20 books out. and now I'm working under my own label. So I put all my books, all 20 of them, are on Amazon, and they're out there for the world. They'll be there forever. They'll be documented forever under Millennium Marketing, under my publishing company. And so I hope you will enjoy my books, and I hope you will continue to work at spreading a message of peace for the world. Ask yourself, what can you do today to promote peace in the world? And for those of you that are writing and singing, I always feel that as people, we have a creative side. We need to remember what we're good at, develop it, whatever gifts you have, and share it with the world, and the world would be a much different place. I'm Marion Mutala. I'm here today sharing A Rainbow Makes a Promise. I hope you enjoy it.